Welcome, science fans. Today we're diving into a story that's unfolding right now, a story that affects millions and challenges what we know about our climate. It's November 13th, 2025, and the American Southwest is facing a crisis unlike any in recent memory. Cities like Phoenix, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles are at the epicenter of a relentless heat wave that's rewriting the record books. Picture this: a giant, invisible lid, known as a heat dome, has settled over Arizona, Nevada, and parts of California. This isn't science fiction. It's a real atmospheric phenomenon trapping heat and pushing temperatures to dangerous extremes. Under this dome, the sun's energy gets stuck, unable to escape, turning the entire region into a colossal oven. The ground bakes, the air thickens, and every surface radiates heat back into the sky. Temperatures are soaring to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, 49 Celsius. These aren't just numbers. They're life-altering realities for everyone living here. This isn't just a hot day. It's an extreme event that tests the limits of people, infrastructure, and the environment. Streets shimmer and even the asphalt begins to melt under the relentless sun. The air feels heavy, almost suffocating. The sunlight presses down with an intensity that makes stepping outside feel like walking into a blast furnace. Every movement is a challenge. People are urged to stay indoors, seek air conditioning, and check on neighbors, especially the elderly and those most at risk. Community support becomes a lifeline during these times. Roads warp, power grids strain to keep up with demand, and the most vulnerable, elderly, children, and those without access to cooling, face real and immediate danger. Hospitals prepare for heat-related illnesses. This isn't just one city breaking a record. It's a vast region enduring relentless, record-breaking heat for days or even weeks on end. The scale of this event is unprecedented. Even at night, there's little relief. The heat lingers, making it hard for bodies and infrastructure to recover. Sleep becomes difficult, and the strain on power systems continues around the clock. It's a cumulative effect, like leaving something in the oven too long. Day after day, the heat builds, drying out the land and stressing every living thing. To face this, we need science, understanding, prediction, and preparation. Meteorologists, climate scientists, and emergency planners are working together to keep people safe and informed. This isn't about fear, it's about being smart, staying informed, and using knowledge to meet the challenge. Communities are coming together, sharing resources, and learning how to adapt. Over the next sections, we'll break down the science behind heat domes, the impacts on daily life, and the inspiring ways people are adapting to this new reality. Extreme heat is here, and it demands our attention. Let's dive in and discover what we can do together. So, what exactly is a heat dome, and why does it matter so much? Imagine putting a lid on a pot of boiling water, except in this case, the pot is the entire southwest region of the United States, and the lid is a massive, invisible force in the sky. Normally, hot air rises and escapes into the upper atmosphere, cooling as it goes. But when a powerful high-pressure system settles in the upper atmosphere, it acts like a cap, trapping the heat below and pushing warm air back down toward the ground. As this air sinks, it gets squeezed by the weight of the atmosphere, which causes it to compress and heat up even more, a process meteorologists call subsidence. The trapped air keeps getting hotter and hotter as the relentless sun beats down day after day, creating a dome of extreme, unyielding heat that can stretch for hundreds of miles. These high-pressure systems can stall for days or even weeks, making heat waves not just hotter, but also much longer and more dangerous. The Southwest's naturally arid landscape, with its dry soil and unique topography, acts like an oven, helping to trap and intensify the heat even further. The jet stream, which usually moves weather systems along, sometimes weakens or becomes wavy, allowing these high-pressure blocks to park themselves in place for extended periods. It's like a massive traffic jam in the sky, and unfortunately, the Southwest is stuck right underneath, unable to escape the sweltering conditions. The result? A perfect storm for record-breaking temperatures, with cities and towns shattering heat records year after year. Fortunately, meteorologists can spot these patterns forming days in advance and issue warnings, a crucial advantage for public safety. Thanks to science, power companies and city officials can prepare for surges in electricity use and take steps to protect vulnerable communities. It's not magic, it's meteorology in action, using data and technology to keep us informed and safe. Understanding how heat domes work helps us respond smarter, from opening cooling centers to checking on neighbors. When we recognize the warning signs, we can take action, staying hydrated, seeking shade, and protecting those most at risk. That's the real power of science, helping us adapt, prepare, and stay safe in a warming world. At 120 degrees, the world changes fast, the air shimmers, and the landscape takes on an almost surreal quality, as if reality itself is warping under the relentless sun. Roads soften and buckle, rail tracks warp, and infrastructure built for normal heat starts to fail. Bridges expand and crack, and even the paint on buildings begins to peel and fade, unable to withstand the intensity. Power grids are pushed to the brink as everyone cranks up the AC, trying to find relief from the oppressive heat. Demand for electricity skyrockets, putting immense pressure on aging systems. Transmission lines lose efficiency in the heat, and blackouts become a real threat. When the grid fails, entire neighborhoods are plunged into darkness and stifling heat. A power outage during a heat wave is life-threatening, not just inconvenient. Vulnerable people, especially the elderly and young children, are at greatest risk, trapped in sweltering homes with no way to cool down. Nature suffers too. Even cacti can sunburn, and animals struggle to find water or relief. Rivers and ponds dry up, and the land itself seems to gasp for moisture. Birds drop from the sky, and nocturnal mammals can't escape the heat even at night. The usual rhythms of life are thrown off, and survival becomes a daily challenge. The ecosystem is pushed to its limits. Plants wither, food sources dwindle, and the balance of life is disrupted in ways that can take years to recover. For humans, the danger is direct. Our bodies can't cool fast enough, leading to heat exhaustion or heat stroke. Even simple outdoor activities become hazardous, and shade becomes a precious refuge. Heat stroke is a medical emergency that can be fatal. Hospitals fill with patients suffering from dehydration and heat-related illnesses, straining emergency services. The heat isn't just a number, it's a force that disrupts everything. It warps the city, slows daily life, and leaves a mark on every surface it touches. Our world is engineered for a certain range. This pushes us far beyond. Machines break down, and repairs become urgent and costly. Every system, from transportation to health, is tested. Public spaces empty out, and the city's pulse slows as people seek shelter. Extreme heat is a domino effect. One problem triggers another. A single failure can set off a chain reaction, impacting every aspect of life. The consequences are real and immediate. In a world pushed to the edge by heat, every decision and every degree matters. How do you live in a city that feels like an oven? Rule 1. Respect the heat. In Phoenix, Las Vegas, and Palm Springs, daily life shifts. Errands and walks happen before dawn or after dark. Air conditioning is essential. Homes become sanctuaries. People plan every trip from one cool space to another, always carrying water and wearing light clothing. Communities open cooling centers for those without AC, and volunteers hand out water. Outdoor workers start before sunrise and finish by noon. Businesses adapt with misting systems and delivery surges. Life bends to the sun's power, but it doesn't stop. Survival is a community effort. Let's see adaptation in action. Maria, a mail carrier in Scottsdale, starts her route at dawn, wears a vest with frozen gel packs, and relies on ice water and community support. Residents leave cold drinks in mailboxes, a lifeline for essential workers. In Las Vegas, a youth soccer league moves indoors, converting an event center into a temporary arena. Kids play safely, and life goes on. Creativity keeps the community together. At the Phoenix Zoo, animals get ice blocks, misters, and chilled pools. Zookeepers become climate control experts. Cities like Phoenix use reflective pavement coatings to lower street temperatures by up to 12 degrees. These solutions, big and small, show resilience and ingenuity. Communities adapt, protect the vulnerable, and innovate. It's not just survival, it's progress. Every story is a lesson in adaptation. The future depends on it. If you're in a heat dome, knowledge is your best defense. Limit outdoor time, especially from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Schedule tasks for early morning or late evening. Stay in the shade and keep cool. Hydrate constantly. Don't wait until you're thirsty. Avoid sugary drinks, caffeine, and alcohol. They dehydrate you. Check your urine color. Pale yellow means you're hydrated. Know the signs of heat illness: heavy sweating, dizziness, headache, nausea. If you feel these, get to a cool place, rest, and sip water. Heat stroke is serious. High body temp, confusion, rapid pulse. Call 911 immediately. Cool the person while waiting for help. Check on relatives, friends, and neighbors, especially the elderly and those without AC. Make sure pets have water and shade. Never leave kids or pets in cars. Temperatures inside can become deadly in minutes. Your network is your safety net. Simple steps save lives. Why are heat domes getting worse? The answer: climate change. Burning fossil fuels releases greenhouse gases, trapping more heat in our atmosphere. This blanket warms the planet, making hot days hotter and extreme events more frequent. A warmer baseline means natural heat waves become more severe. Climate change also disrupts the jet stream, making high-pressure blocks more likely to stall. It's not politics, it's physics. More heat energy means more extreme weather. The data is clear. Each decade is hotter than the last. Understanding this link is the first step to solutions. The impacts go beyond heat. Water and fire crises follow. The Southwest's water supplies shrink as evaporation accelerates and demand rises. Crops and homes need more water, draining reservoirs. Extreme heat dries out plants and soil, creating perfect wildfire conditions. Fires become harder to fight in brutal heat, and each crisis feeds the next. Drought, fire, and water shortages form a dangerous feedback loop. We must get smarter about water use, forest management, and forecasting. These challenges are interconnected and growing. Our future depends on how we respond. Extreme heat domes test our resilience, but human ingenuity shines through. Communities adapt. Cooling centers, reflective streets, and neighborly support save lives. We can design cooler cities, more trees, green spaces, and reflective materials. Investing in resilient power grids and early warning systems is crucial. Every family needs a heat plan, know where to go, what to do, and how to help others. Preparedness and community are our best defenses. This isn't about fear, it's about readiness and responsibility. Science and cooperation are our greatest tools. Together, we can build a safer, cooler future. Thanks for exploring the science with me.